Shalom to everyone. Today's shiur Zera Shimshon, Parashat Vayakhel, and this shiur should bring the fuah shlema lechol cholei amo Israel. Hashem should Himself save and protect us from all this coronavirus. Anyone who is sick, even a little bit, Hashem should cure them fully. The fuah shlema lechol cholei amo Israel, and we should continue, no matter where we are, how we are. We don't have schools, we don't have works, we don't have yeshivot. Still, it shouldn't stop, it shouldn't damage our growth in Torah. Open your Gemara, open your Chumash, Mishnah, wherever you're learning, continue growing. And I feel even sometimes this is the best place, the best time to grow even higher. Why? In the classroom sometimes you have 20 kids, harder to learn. Sometimes. Still here, you and Hashem, you could get even faster and stronger. And Be'ezrat Hashem, we should do anything not to waste our time with all this nonsense. Block yourself from listening to all this news. You're not going to get anything from it. 20 years you heard news, nothing changed. So what you could do is, by learning Torah, grow. Wash your hands, take care of yourself. You feel a little bit sick, drink a lot of water, take care of medicines. You need to call doctor. Don't depend everything on yourself. I know everything I do. No. You feel not well? Call doctor. Find out what to do. Take care of yourself. Protect your family. And if you're really sick, don't go into public. Don't spend time with public. Hashem should give you fuah shlema l'chol cholei amo Yisrael v'chen yirtzon v'nomar amen. Letter tet Parashat Vayakhel. Midrash Rabbah. Vaya'asu kol chacham lev. It says, an older smart-hearted man should do. It says, a lot of water cannot shut off the love. A lot of water cannot shut off the love. Maim rabim. What is a lot of water? Elu umot ha'olam. These are goyim. A lot of goyim. It says, Kehamot yamim yehem mayun, and they will roar like many people will roar like a roar of a sea, and they will wage like many waters. Means they will make a lot of noise. Corona. Why? To shut off the love between us and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Im מתכנסים כל האומות לבטל את האהבה שיש בין הקדוש ברוך הוא לישראל, if all the goyim will gather together to shut off the love between הקדוש ברוך הוא and עם ישראל, אינם יכולים, they won't be able to. דכתיב, it says, מים רבים לא יוכלו לכבות את האהבה. A lot of waters cannot shut off the love between HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Israel. And it says, V'ohev et Yaakov, and Hashem loves Yaakov, means Klal Israel. Uneharot lo yishtafuha, and the rivers will not wash it away. Elu hamalchiyot. What are the rivers? These are the kingships. Kol hamelachim won't be able to wash away the ahava between HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Am Yisrael. V'chen hakatuv omer, and also it says in Yeshaya, Et mei hanahar et hamelech Ashur. The waters of the river is the king of Assyria. Means, all these maims, all these mei naharot are the different malchiyot, different kingdoms. Tzarich iyun, we have to analyze. How goyim can destroy the love between HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Am Yisrael, or Am Yisrael and HaKadosh Baruch Hu? How can they do that? Love is not physical, it is a spiritual. Love you cannot grab. You can't make somebody not like him. Father, you cannot make don't like your son. Mother, you cannot make don't like your son or daughter. It's not physical, you can't grab on it. It's spiritual. Ubishlama, and it's good. Im haya omer, im mitkansin kol haomot le'abed et Israel chas v'shalom. It's understood if you say all the goyim will get together to Chas v'Shalom diminish Klal Israel, that's possible. Okay? Remember 70 years ago, 75 years ago, 80 years ago. Okay? It's not possible. Not possible. Why? Physical. Not love. I love somebody. You can't take it away from me. You can't stop me loving someone. Nicha Shaper comes out good. שזהו דבר שהיה יכולת בידם, אם לא מחמת שהקדוש ברוך הוא לא שבק ולא ישבוק. If it wouldn't be for Hashem, no one would be able to hold them back. Long time Klal Yisrael would be already wiped out. But Hashem holds us, even from physical. אומנם באהבה אין מקום לסברה הזו, but when you love someone, there's no room for this thought. ועוד קשה, and also difficult, מה שאמר, ונהרות לא ישטפו אלא המלכיות. And the rivers won't be able to wash it away. What are the rivers? Different kings. Kings cannot wash away the ahava, the love between Klal Yisrael and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. וכי המלכיות אינם האומות עצמם? ומה הוסיף לנו בזה? Why it says over here the kings? Why it doesn't say the nations? What's with kings? Is the king nation? King is a nation, no? Why it says kings? Why it doesn't say specifically? ויש לומר, and we could answer like that. שאהבה זו תלויה במה ידמרן בפרק כמה דברכות. The love is depends on what it says in Gemara Brachot, page 8a. אוהב השם שערי ציון. Hashem loves the gates of Zion, Yerushalayim, more than all the gates. Why? What means Sha'arei Tzion? Yeshiva Sha'arei Tzion? Gates of Tzion, gates of Yerushalayim only? Hashem likes only one yeshiva? One gate? Makes sense to you? Look what it says here. Ohev Hashem Sha'arim HaMetzuyanim Ba'alacha. Hashem loves the gates where you find over there halacha. When you learn 1,000 things in life, it's good. When you learn halacha, Hashem loves the most. Why? Because after all the arguments, the light, the hidden light is hidden under the halacha. When you come out with halacha, oh, I'm allowed to do this. Oh, I'm not allowed to do this. Oh, this is proper thing to do. Oh, this is not proper thing to do. You come out with the light. That is the light, hidden light, oraganus, that Hashem hides. He hid it from creation of the world inside the Torah. When you learn Torah, you find that light. This is why when you learn Torah in depth, you're always happy. Why? You always find different gems, different diamonds, and you walk around happy. Not you learning Torah to be happy. Just, by the way, you find question that bothered you for 10 years, you find the answer. You feel, I feel accomplished for 10 years. Whatever I'm thinking, I found the fruits. And that's very important. To walking and thinking the Torah, thinking halachot, why it should be allowed, why it should be not allowed, who said it's allowed, who says not allowed. Then you come out to the conclusion, you are the most happiest person in life. Ve'od, and also, Amrinan be'Yalkud, it says in Yalkud Shimoni, Hakol Kol Yaakov. What does that mean, Hakol Kol Yaakov? The voice should be of Yaakov and the hands of Esau. What does that mean? Anytime that you hear the voice of Yaakov in the synagogues and in the learning halls, the hands of Esau will not be ruling over him. Why? The voice of Yaakov is stronger. When there is a voice, the hands of Esau cannot do nothing. The Shema Mina comes out. The main love is where? Is in learning Torah. When you learn Torah, you love Hashem. Walking around saying, I love Hashem, I love God. It's not going to help you anything. Learn Torah, that is love. When you're learning, you're loving. So now is the time period where Hashem needs the most. Millions of people don't learn today. Millions. And if me and you are not going to sit at 1 o'clock at night opening our Gemara or Chumash or Mishnah, do we feel bad for Hashem? Huh? Millions of voices he doesn't hear today. Bring that back. It's not on a group learning. Oh, when I'm with my chavrut, I'll be able to. No. You should know how to learn on your own as well. Learn. Vahashta, ka'omar, im mitkansim kol ha'omot levatel esek haTorah. And now, look how Zera Shimshon, 300 years ago, talks about as if he's talking, as if he lives in our time. Unbelievable. As if he had coronavirus there on his time. Look what it says. Unbelievable. Vahashta, and now, ka'omar, it says, im mitkansim kol ha'omot levatel esek haTorah. If all the goyim come here to diminish learning of the Torah, kedei levatel ahava, to diminish the love between you and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, enam yacholim, they won't be able to. Lefi she'im Yisrael lo yuchlu limod befarhesia, yilmidu betin'ah. Because if Klal Yisrael cannot learn in public, they still learn in private. They don't learn in yeshiva, they still learn at home. They don't learn upstairs, they still learn in their basements. They still learn. Even if you take away from them Torah shebichtav to learn, don't learn Chumash. Fine, they learn Gemara. Even Gemara. Even Halacha. Midrashim, they learn. They learn. V'ha'umot lo yargishu, and goyim won't feel it. Im hem medabrim davar divrei Torah o milei da'alma. They won't understand if you're talking divrei Torah or you're talking some other things, some nonsense. Paro said to Egyptians not to let Jewish nation learn Torah. Still they were learning Torah. Why? Because they know how to speak the words of Torah in a regular words that you won't be able to understand what they're talking about. You know, I'll give you a secret. When we were coming from Russia to America, my older brother, Binyamin, was trying to buy me a hat, coat. And now whatever you say, these goyim, they're very smart. They catch on your words. My brother says, the hat. My brother says, do you like this coat? Do you like this coat? No, I like it because I'm going to America, you know. It's expensive. I want to say yes. The seller says, look how it looks good on you. Look at the mirror. They don't let you open your mouth. My brother saw that they're very smart. What he did, he says to me like this, I'll put on you, and you listen to what I say. I said, okay. So he says, do you want to buy it, Lo? He says, do you want to buy it? Then he tells me in Hebrew, Lo. I said, no, I don't want it. The seller says, no, look how it looks good on you. My brother sees it's garbage, you know. So he says, do you want to buy it, Lo? Then he says, do you want to buy it, Ken? I said, okay, yeah, I like it. Okay, so we're buying it. So in the words he threw, to know already, what is he saying? Sure. This is Klal Yisrael in Mitzrayim. This Klal Yisrael everywhere. In the words of the work, we throw 2-3 words of Torah. That's very important. So we always continue learning. Why? Big waters, waves of the waters, cannot stop the love. Corona is the biggest wave I ever seen in my life. Heard in my life. Forgot to see. Heard in my life. Don't break the love. Don't be so cheap to break the love between you and Hashem. Wherever you go with you, take your sefer with you. You don't come out from your house until you fill your wallet. Why don't come out from your house with the book? You don't have to carry a big book. Take a small book with you. Today you have any size, anything. ואם לא יוכלו ללמוד תורה שבכתב, ללמוד תורה שבעל פה בלבד, והאומות לא ירגישו אם הם מדברים דברי תורה או מילי דעלמא. Next, וכמו שמצינו בפרק בתילת הפסחים, as we found in the last chapter of גמר פסחים, שרבי שמעון בן יוחאי. Guys, look at this moment. Today, after having so much fear from everywhere, we understand a little bit what our parents, great-grandparents felt hundreds, thousands years ago. You know how many pogroms they had? You know how many Holocausts? Holocaust was worse than, not even worse than this. People knew, they knew, okay, tomorrow I'll be fine, but I'll run away somehow. Today, people walk in the street, they're scared to get any type of a small virus because they don't know what's the outcome of that. Everyone is scared. People get into different car accidents. People fall in the streets. People just get sick from thinking about it. Hashem should give the fortune to everyone. But you should know one thing, don't panic. Hashem runs the world. Nothing else but Hashem. A lot of books say this Pesach, they don't even say the name of the corona. I saw 3 books that don't mention the name of the corona. They say the rabbi who said it, he a long time already passed away, 200-300 years ago. And he said, when the last sickness before Mashiach comes will come out, it's going to be called corona. Why? To talk about that you should remember the crown of Hashem, how crown of Hashem is being abused. And that year, Erev Pesach, you should be ready because that's when Mashiach will be there. It's crazy. This year, it's scary. No one, I spoke to people 90 years old, they said we never heard or saw such a thing in our life. It's something unusual. And Hashem runs the world. Let's go further. וכמו שמצינו בפרק בתילת הפסחים, as we found in last chapter גמר פסחים, page 112a, שרבי שמעון בן יוחאי למד 5 דברים מרבי עקיבא, כשהיה חבוש בבית האסורים, רבי שמעון בן יוחאי, Rashbi, he was a kid that time, when he came to Rabbi Akiva was already in prison to be killed by Romans for learning Torah. And he said, Rabbi, teach me Torah. Yes, no. He taught him 5 deep things. Even there. Why? Love of Hashem. ועוד מצינו בפרק כמה דפסחים. I'm sorry, that's Sanhedrin. Also in the first chapter in Gemara Sanhedrin, page 12a, we just saw in the Gemara, and Rashi also talks about it. שרבי עקיבא עצמו, כשהיה חבוש בבית האסורים והיה יוצא להרג. Now Rabbi Akiva is taking to be out. Bedin rabbis run to him and say, Rabbi, we want to, for next 3 coming years, we want to know when we make 2 Adars. Can you help us? He said, okay, one is next year, one is in 2 years, one is in 5 years. He made 3 Adars, 3 years of additions. I would think 3 consecutive, I would say, one after another. Rashi says no, 3 different time, and on a proper time we need to add. As you need to have 20 times additions 7 additions in 20 years. Some say 19. שרבי עקיבא עצמו, כשהיה חבוש בבית האסורים והיה יוצא להרג, עיוור ג' שנים. He added 3 years of second Adar. That moment when they were taking him to kill. Such a love of Hashem. וכולי, אין שם. ולא נתפס מתחילה. Rabbi Akiva, why he was caught? אלא לפי שהיה מקהיל קהילות ברבים. Because when they said don't teach Torah in public, not because they were scared of virus. They said don't teach because we don't want Torah spreading. We'll kill you if you do it. Still Rabbi Akiva said, Allah, between me and Hashem, no waters, no waves will stop. וכמו שהוכיח על זה רבי יוסי בן קיסמא, as Rabbi Yosef ben Kisma proved to this, לרבי חנינא בן תרדיון, to Rabbi Chanina ben Tadion, בפרק כמה, the Avodah Zarah, in first chapter of Avodah Zarah, page 18a, ועין בחידושנו מסכת אבות. And it says, look into my חידושים in מסכת אבות. You remember what happened to Rabbi Chanina ben Tadion, right? Who was Rabbi Chanina ben Tadion? He was father-in-law of Rabbi Meir Balanes. They surrounded him with Sefer Torah and burned him. A goy that came to burn him, they told him you have to put cotton, wet cotton in his heart. Why? So he shouldn't burn fast. So he should die slowly. So he put wet cotton in his heart, and they put the fire. Rabbi Hanina ben Tladion was crying. That was in front of his daughter and his wife. They said, your daughter and your wife didn't stop you. They give them different punishment. They put them in a place not allowed to be for any Jewish woman. But we'll talk about it. And Rabbi Meir Baranes went and he saved his sister-in-law. But what happened is, when Goy came to him and he said, Rabbi, if I put more oil, that's illegal, because I have to put for you drop by drop, to kill you slowly. If I put more oil for you and you die faster, what's going to happen? He said, I'll take you with me to Gan Eden. He said, really? He said, yes, I promise you. That time, Rabbi Hanina ben Tladion was crying, screaming, and students said, Rabbi, what do you see? He says, I see the letters of Torah going in the Shamayim and staying there. So what happened is, the Goy put a lot of oil. They said, stop, that's illegal, we punish you. He said, I don't care, put a lot of oil. Rabbi Hanina ben Tladion was in big flames, and he jumped at him and he hugged him. Voice came out from Shamayim, said, Rabbi Hanina ben Tladion and this Goy, you're welcome to Gan Eden. Within split second, he made teshuvah. Yes, kone olamo b'sha'ah achat. Person could get this Gan Eden, split second. And this Goy, that happened. Mefarshim, I heard that first time, 15, 16 years ago, Rabbi Pesach Kron, and that moved me. I really enjoyed and I felt what he was saying. Rabbi Pesach Kron said, what does that mean? The Torah is burning and I see the letters going to Shamayim. He says, anyone thinks he's going to diminish the Torah learning, he's crazy. You could burn the skin of the Torah, but the letters of the Torah are going to Shamayim. Any new generation, a new Torah scholar, will be learning Torah, one letter will be falling on him and standing on him. Any new generations, more Torah scholars will be coming to the world, all the letters will come down, and carefully, the Torah scholars will be put back into places and Torah learning will be continued. Means you could burn the skin, you cannot burn the Torah. Torah is always there. Moshe, you have to move the car. And the last piece. Vim Tomar. Vim Tomar. But if you want to say, Halol lachar sheglu Yisrael ben haomot, after Klal Yisrael they went to exile, yeh lahem tiruf dat ubilbulim, maybe they will be all mixed up and confused. Klal Yisrael will be mixed up and confused. V'chol yeh mekovim, and all their days they're going to be punished and hurt. V'lo yuchlu od lilmod, and they wouldn't be able to continue learning. Al ze amar, therefore the Torah says what? Unaharot lo yishtefuha, and no waves would be able to wash away. Elu malchiot, these are the kings. Damrinan be'eruvin, it says in Gemara Eruvin page 21b, lecha dodi, to you my beloved. Netzeh sadeh, let's come out to the field. Ba ve'erech, come I will show you. Talmidei chachamim, Torah scholars, oskim baTorah mitoch dochag ve'tza'ar hagalut. How Torah scholars learn Torah from stress, from pain, from the suffering of the exile. How do you call those Corona people? They have to be standing away. Quarantines. From all these guys, you think it's easy. God forbid, I don't want to say, if there is no food in the stores and quarantines, you know the hunger was going to cause chas v'shalom. People have big families. In Israel, new law came out. You have 10 plus kids, take the other kids to give away. You cannot have in the house more than 10 kids. They said for these few months, take them, give them away. So there was a family asked, who wants to take my 6 kids? They said, in Israel.
16 kids.
They have 16 kids. Lo aleinu, lo alechem. Guys, Hashem, we don't talk like that. Hashem should protect us from all this. And Be'ezrat Hashem, all these waves should go fast. The way I heard in China, now it's all finished. Almost finishing. So by tomorrow should finish in New York and we should be all free. If they want to keep schools closed till April 20, that doesn't bother me. But I want safety. Safety. I know all the boys will kiss me now, but I'll tell you the truth. Yeshivas I know and students I know, they love their teachers. A lot of students, they text and they say, Rabbi, it's boring at home. I'd rather be at school. We miss you. And the bottom line is, V'ayin lekaman parashat b'midbar. Ze yoter b'orach. Lamaisa, guys, ask yourself a question. Before you go to think to go on your bed. Do I really love Hashem? If I do, why would I go to sleep without learning something? Forget about saying Tehillim, number 70, number 20, number 50. Do I learn? You learn one halacha. You learn half page Gemara, 1 page Gemara, everyone according to his ability. And you go to sleep with it. That is Maim Rabim Lo Yuchlu Lechabot Et Ahava. No waves and waters can shut off, diminish the love between Klal Yisrael and Hashem. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen. Amen. Amen.